What is up YouTube, it is Matty and we have got a really interesting video. It is TH10 LaLoon. So the reason I've chosen to do this video now is because we've just done a war and 3 TH10s have been 3-starred, all with Shattered Laloon. So as I normally do, I use the material that's presented to me by the clan and the raids I do myself. And yeah, that's normally inspires what sort of videos I do. So TH10 LaLoon, here we go. Now there are a couple of sort of surefire tips and things I will go through, and we'll sort of break down the raids as they go through. But big shout out to Gusty for doing 2 of them, and Van for doing the 3rd. Really helped get us an awesome score this war, secure the win quite early doors. So first raid is versus by Gusty. So let's have a quick scout the base. What you'll find in a lot of Shattered Laloon attacks, or when to decide is a base good enough for it, there's going to be a certain amount of things you want to try and take down at the start of the raid. So the bare minimum I would say is Queen, air defense, inferno tower, and then there's always going to be a few defenses on the way to get to those things, but anything else at this point is an advantage. If you can get an expo, if you can get the 2nd air defense, that's going to be quite useful. But yeah, mainly the air defense, at least 1, preferably 2. The 1 inferno tower, so you can get away with only bringing 1 freeze. If you're not planning to take down an inferno tower, you can't, and you can get 2 air defenses, you're going to want to consider a 2nd freeze. I would have thought so, depending on the level of the inferno towers. But again, I'm not a TH10, I'm not massively widely experienced on it. It's just things I've sort of picked up from watching raids and that sort of thing. So let's have a look at Gusty's attack, because the army comps are there's somewhat some similarities with them. They've normally got 3 loons, 2 golems, sorry, 3 hounds, 2 golems, around 18 to 20 loons, and then a bit of cleanup troops. So you'll see 2 golems in, going from an angle that's going to potentially get him both air defenses, but definitely get him right onto the 1 and onto the inferno tower. He's got minions funneling up top, because if you can see a way that you can use cheaper troops to do funneling jobs, that's great. Nice jump spell as well, pulling both golems in. Queen's going in as well. The CC pull has started. King's going down once the threat's over, the CC going straight for the king. And you can see the Queen is starting to walk around the outside of the base, but once that cannon goes down, she should start going inside. And now she's taken down the Tesla, and now finally she's going in. But the king has taken down the enemy queen, the inferno tower, a expo, and now the queen's going to hit that 2nd air defense, which is going to give that hound a bit of extra life, even though it just got absolutely slammed. Now you can see the 2nd hound's coming in. Loons all around the top side, rage to help the hound in, and you got the 3rd one coming in as well. So now at this point the raid is just trying to drop the loons down to get them to start moving in towards center. Rage spell to help them in, and it's going to just need to time the freeze spell. Now maybe it was a little bit early. I think it might have been a tad early, but it still worked out, because the loons just all clumped onto the queen. He saved 2 loons for the back end as well. They did well, because the troops, the other defences were distracted. So by the time the 2 loons, even though a seeking air mine hit, got to the arch tower, it was still able to take it down. And I love the fact that single loon just distracted the wizard tower for so long, because that big clump of loons are able to survive and hit the wizard tower. So if you've not watched, well, clearly most people these days are familiar with LaLoon, and the most sort of effective strategy I've found with it is the sort of the clockwise or anti-clockwise method of dropping hounds to distract and then start moving around the base systematically, dropping loons in, much like that was done on this raid. And I think you'll see the same on the other raids as well. It just means that hopefully you can get the pups to survive, a lot of the loons to survive as well. The trick is to keep the loons alive and let the hounds take the damage, but be quick enough so that the hounds don't take all the damage, die, and then let the loons get hit, because there's no more tanking left. So the next one we'll go into is number 5. Let's have a quick scout, and you'll see here again, on the base design perspective, you've got an air defense next to an inferno next to the queen, and actually two air defenses are pretty close to each other. Expo is pointing down there as well. That's going to leave it slightly vulnerable. That is a ground and air expo, so that's good. But the one that's left down next to two air defenses, a queen and an inferno tower, that's not good. That is that's asking to be LaLooned. So let's see how Gusty does it. I think it's going to have some quite most sort of LaLoons. The LaLoon's one of those sort of strategies you can sort of you know, you can like at Town Hall 9, you can build 2 golems, 3 hounds, about 16 loons, and then what is it, 6 wizards or 5 wizards, something like that. You know, you can you edit it a little bit, but it's pretty similar most times. So you can see he's got the funnel, nice wide funnel, a couple of golems going in. Wait for the CC pool to start. That poison's going to be actually quite useful here if he drops it down, if he's going to actually use it at all. Could have got away with using the poison there, to be fair, but yeah, rage spell to help the kill squad do their thing. King is still alive just about. Queen's going to be a lot more useful this time though. She's taking down the storage. She's just about to take down the Tesla. She got it, and then she hit the expo, but the LaLoon's already started. Look, 2 hounds in. He only hit 1 air defense this time, as opposed to in the last round where the queen actually went in and hit the second. Look, the inferno here is doing a lot. He's let it run a lot longer. He's waited a lot longer before he used the final freeze spell. Sorry, the only freeze spell. But it's meant that the loons have pretty much landed on top of it just as they get to the inferno tower. The freeze spell ends, and he's got quite a lot of loons coming at the back end. A big wad coming towards the air defense. They are going to start to get hit quite hard now. He needs this loon to survive, so that was close actually, because if they hadn't have taken it down, that air defense might as well have taken down the rest. So it is a bit more tricky if you and he has left an arch tower on the right hand side as well. It is a lot more tricky if you don't get 2 air defences, so bear that in mind as well when you're sort of trying to plan these Town Hall 10 attacks. They're not easy. There's a lot going on. It's particularly when like infernos are involved. Adds a whole new dimension, and you've got to try and juggle freezes as well. I did try a couple of LaLoon raids on my brother's Town Hall 10 account, and it's definitely more complicated than Town Hall 9, which you could have probably guessed at the start anyway. Okay, this base, yeah, all the air defences are next to infernos. Heroes are pretty obvious. This is asking to be LaLooned again. Let's see how Van does it. Shouldn't be too difficult really. For a Town Hall 10 attack. I will add that little disclaimer in. 2 golems down, queen in as well, a couple of wizards to start creating the funnel. Wall breakers breaking in the first layer of wall, making it nice and easy. Heroes going in now. King just going to sit straight onto the queen, now moving in deeper, so it's all going quite well. The wizards took down that cannon on the outside, which was nice. Just got to hope that the queen isn't pulled out to the army camp on the left side of the base, or if she sits the right side of the wall first, that would be great. King's getting hit by the dragon and the other defences. It looks like the loons might have helped take him down as well, but the queen's got into the perfect spot. She's now on the inferno and just about to take down the air defence, which she does. All these extra defences are a bonus. The LaLoons are going to start any time now. Let's have a look which angle. Here we go. Down the bottom side. Watch how the hound distracts all those defences so that the loons can come in and pretty much remain untouched. All 6 loons there are not touched so far. Next batch looking good. Now that the hound's dead, the loons are taking a little bit of damage, but again not much. A lot of these loons just get moving through the base seamlessly. That was a nice freeze. If not, well, the loons are gonna get a bit hit by the inferno here. Look, but it does. Loons have got pretty good health, particularly when it comes to inferno. So as long as they're going towards it, particularly under rage spell, it's going to be okay. And look at the back end loons here, absolutely perfectly placed. perfect amount of back end loons as well. This was planned to perfection, and just how many pups he's got alive, loons. I mean, textbook Shattered Laloon, absolutely class. That's why I wanted to make this video, because it just sort of highlights the points that I was trying to make on if you can get, you got to get the kill squad right. It's got to take certain things down. It also helps you get an idea of what sort of bases might be susceptible to Shattered Laloon, particularly ones where you can get 2 air defenses, the Inferno and the Queen. Anything else is just a bonus. You generally need pretty high heroes to do it, because though you can see those level 40 heroes, if they were level 20s, the King wouldn't have gone in so deep, the Queen wouldn't have got the Inferno and the 2 air defenses, it would have just fell apart. So you do all these sort of strategies, or the Town of 10 strategies, they pretty much all involve quite high level heroes. So if you're a Town of 10 with weak heroes, you need to not be going for 3 stars, most likely you need to be focusing on upgrading your heroes. Anyway, hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I did try to show the selection of the 3 different bases, thought it's applicable for showing some Town of 10 LaLoon. So I hope you enjoyed it. As always, subscribe to my channel on YouTube. Hit me up on Twitter, because I'm always on there, and you'll get your instant notifications when I upload the videos, which is @ClashingMatty. Links in the description. Check it out. Peace.